Good morning, retail traders. This is the Sneaky Snake trading strategy where I love talking about chart patterns. It's a passion of mine, moving averages and being in the now. So we're going to get right straight to the chart. Yesterday's trade, there was a bunch of good knives to catch. I love catching knives. I consider myself to be one of the best out there when it comes to catching knives. And we're into a very volatile time right now as we march into the next election. And it's up to you to determine what you're going to vote for. If you're going to vote for capitalism or you're going to vote for socialism. If you believe in race baiting, if you don't believe in race baiting. So I'm a capitalist. That's what I do. I trade. I've always thought about money when I was a kid. I always wanted to drive that big Cadillac. I remember going down the highway, my dad driving, and had a nice brand new little station wagon he bought. And I said, "Dad, what is that?" He said, "That's a Cadillac, big black Cadillac, beautiful car back in 1965, 66. So yeah, I've been watching the market for 20 years, every day, single day, not missed a minute. Maybe took 2 vacations for 4 days each. And still doing it, loving it. And I created a strategy called the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy. And we're going to talk about NVDA, one of the knives that I called out yesterday, on how to trade it. This is my strategy here. It's simple, it's easy, it's understandable, and it's all done in the 1 minute. I don't start off with the 1 minute. I move down, I look for different time frames. Yesterday I was looking at the yearly. Yesterday I was looking at the monthly. Yesterday I was looking at the weekly, daily, 1 hour, 15 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. I just kind of go down the line when I'm getting ready to take a trade unless I'm already familiar with where we are in the stock. So we had the initial snake, and I'm going to draw this out for you. We had an ascending triangle with an inverse head and shoulders with a breakout to a double top. So we're going to clean this up. We're going to start fresh. This is how it looks at first on the 1 minute time frame. So we're going to come up to our tools, get our snake tool out, which is 2 diagonal lines, and we're going to draw in this snake. So that's a knife. That's all it is a knife. Now if you look at the 5 minute, we had 2 big engulfing candles with a tweezer bottom. 1 minute, we have the snake right here, and it broke out of the pattern and then pulled back. So there's your inverse head and shoulders right there. So we're going to draw a line all the way across that inverse head and shoulders. Go to your tools, go to your trend line, take that left shoulder and go straight to the right, extend that out to the right. Extend it out to the right. So you got your left shoulder. Now you know you broke out of the stock and you pulled back. So I took my first entry off these 3 black crows. Here's your left shoulder. And here's your right shoulder. As it came down with the 3 black crows, in the 1 minute, that was the idea to get into this trade. At the lowest possible entry you could get in at, and it allowed you, 10, 15 minutes to think about that trade as it started to pull back. This strategy doesn't tell you to go ahead and take it once it breaks out of the snake. The snake again is just a sell-off. The snake, once it breaks out, it's giving you enough time for it to pull back. Everything pulls back. Everything retests. Everything. Every single ticker out there will retest. So if you jump in the trade once it breaks out, you've got FOMO. You're in too early. So I jumped in this trade, and then it came back down again and hit that right shoulder. Same kind of pattern. We had three black crows, actually four, came back and hit that right shoulder one more time. Now this is the sweet spot. I always say, you know, they'll pull back sometimes to that right shoulder one more time, and that'll be 2 times it hit that shoulder on the inverse head and shoulders. All this time, it was creating an ascending triangle. So we had the breakout. We have the inverse head and shoulders. There's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, right shoulder. And then it created what you call an ascending triangle. An ascending triangle is when you have lower highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And the parallel, and then you have a horizontal line that just goes straight across. And then they'll break out. So we hit that right shoulder one more time. It came up and retested that trend line, that price line, and then ran up to the 200 SMA for an exit idea. This is the 200 SMA. So you're ready to go home. We got a 200 SMA. We always got to look for that pattern that comes out of the snake. Do not take the trade until you see that pattern, period. Ascending triangle, an inverse head and shoulders. To the 200 SMA. We got that on there already. NVDA I'm very bullish on. Then we had another flag right here. We had the kind of consolidated time where it consolidated 2 different times. That's a descending flag. Now they can either be bearish or bullish. It could have gone any way. This could have come down for the 3rd time. Now I talk about a trading strategy of the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The 3rd time it came up here, it broke out. So you're able to get out of this trade off this other flag. This is a descending flag. It could have came down one more time, but that's your, I mean, it has to hold there. That's your triple bottom. If it comes down one more time, you could be probably having a drop in the market, drop in the stock itself. So it broke out again. So basically, it's a simple, easy, calm way to look for a strategy. Once it breaks out of the snake, you need to find the pattern. The pattern will pull back. You consolidate it into an inverse head and shoulders off an ascending triangle. We broke out, hit the 200 SMA for an exit idea, or we stayed in it and played it out and tried to run it up to the top. That's it. That's the sneaky snake trading strategy, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. And you just got to get used to reading them patterns, study them patterns, bullish, bearish stock patterns. Look for the candlesticks. If you go back here and look, as we started to break out, we started producing an inverted hammers, spinning top, and then we had the breakout. So that was your initial idea to say, I've got this stock on watch. We have an inverted hammer, a hammer, and a spinning top, long leg doji up to the top. Study them candlesticks in their reversal period, and you'll become a much better trader. Tweezer bottom to the upside. Harmony candlestick, bullish. That's harmony with a tweezer bottom. So learn them 3 candlestick patterns. 3 candlesticks, 4, 5. You get a bunch of dojis, inverted hammers, shooting star, I don't know what it is, whatever you come up with. Look for breakout candlesticks on your chart. Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy. I'm Washboard Jim, and have a great day.